are back.
Should I be a dread hair, y'all?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Thumbs up in the comments if you think she should dread her hair.
Jamaican one.
It looks so cute.
Okay.
Alright. Gotta stop this.
I had put it in a ponytail last night, so they kind of got a little shriveled, but
Got Hangtown Mommy over here.
Ow.
Ooh.
Imagine I ain't had a perm about 6 years. Just imagine. Okay. Alright, so, hold on.
You parched? One.
Alright.
Ready? Okay.
I
So,
need to get the color back again. Sorry, you can see the color at the
so
end.
she's so off task.
I'm sorry, because all my colors
Alright, so today, I'm trying to say this might be slide so y'all can see it. Oh, she back on her assigned seat. Today we're gonna talk about dating.
I should have got the little clips to put on there.
Oh yeah, the glow
But
clips.
the hair store be closed on Sunday. I might stop by there
Tomorrow.
I can spend $2.
Yeah. $2 a pack. That's all you need is one pack. Oh, okay. Alright. For real, for real. So today we're gonna talk about dating, we're gonna talk about dating, and we're gonna talk about dating and guys.
Dating.
Because all this goes together. So the first question. Okay, so
Before we start, shout out to all the happy couples, the mad couples, the miserable couples, the good couples, the bad couples. If you dating, shout out to all the daters. Everybody is welcome, you know. No puns intended,
No.
you know, but these are just basically our opinions on it. We don't suggest
Don't
that
take
you follow
offense.
them or to take offense to them, but
Yeah.
we're just sharing our opinion. The biggest word in this was opinion.
let's talk
You know,
about it.
About how we feel about these, and you know, it may can help some people, it may can hurt some people.
Hopefully it help y'all. Don't be petty betties. Okay.
And this goes both ways for guys and females, not just so
Yeah.
much for guys. One of the questions specifically speaks on the guy, and we'll get into that as to why. But for the most part, it goes both ways. We're not, you know, it's not a one-party street. Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Alright, so the first question is, why is it that sometimes guys say they love you, but they don't know how to, or they don't express it the right ways?
Because they're scared. Fear.
Oh.
Most of the times, a guy, they hold back because they feel like if they give you too much up front, you'll utilize that against them.
Yeah, like they're weak.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
no man wants to be looked
A
upon as
pride
weak.
thing.
So they wait until you can't take it no more, you want to be done to express how they feel, because then they think they're losing you. But as long as they have the upper hand to hold that against you, like, oh, I ain't gonna tell how I feel, you know what I mean? Just macho man.
Yeah,
thing,
macho, that's the word.
That's
Okay.
typically why. But if you can kind of tell,
Unless they be
Yeah.
fronting, because niggas be fronting sometimes.
yeah, that's true. But if you,
But you could sometimes really tell when somebody really genuinely
I was just
cares.
about to say that. No matter how much of a front they put on, you can tell. But in this day and age in 2019, I just feel like the front thing should be out the window that way. Should be out the window. Because like, life is too short.
It
If
is.
you want it, get it.
Speak up.
Speak. You know what I mean? There's no more holding back. Like, people, just no more holding back.
Yeah.
In this day and age, like, no more.
Speak
Feel
up,
how you
show.
feel, show how you feel.
Don't be scared to
like,
show your emotions. Life
Cause
is really too short.
That's the thing. You be holding back your emotions because of what the next person gonna say, and meanwhile that next person is showing their emotions. Like, or you be scared to show your emotions because of, oh, your friends might look at you as soft for this, that, and the third.
Exactly.
And meanwhile, your friends is not the one that's holding you down. The person that you scared to show your emotion to is the person that's holding you down. So you can't stop doing things based on like what you think other people gonna say. They don't really,
Or how
I
they
mean,
gonna
they care,
feel.
but they really don't care at the end of the day. You
they
get what I'm
don't.
saying? So you have to, don't hold back. Because holding back, you can have that one moment to express and you choose not to, done.
You might lose that person forever. Then you're gonna regret it later
Because
on.
there's that one person that's willing to express emotion up front. And, you know, and it goes back to the thing we discussed a few episodes back about the whole time thing. Like, gotta let that go too. Let time go. Let other people's opinions go. Let all of that go, because you can miss out.
Do what
You
makes
can-
you happy at the end of the day. Like, that's it.
Hello.
Like, long story short, we could preach to y'all all day, but it's like, you gotta do what makes you happy, what's best for you, and that person. Like, don't be worried about what people say, think, feel.
I'm gonna do what make me happy.
I
Big
agree.
chop come 30. That's what's gonna make me happy.
She brave.
So, yeah, so that's that one. The same thing with women, but women typically they express themselves quicker than men. And
That's the scary thing.
It is, but at the same time, like, a lot of women don't know more because they hear people say, oh, it's too quick, oh, it's too soon.
Mhm.
But unless you're that actual person and you're in that person's shoes, you really don't know how that person feels. Like, you don't feel their heartbeat, so you can't really say what's too soon, what's too long, what's
Exactly.
not, whatever,
That's
because
true.
you don't know. Like, you can, from the outside looking in, you can give your opinion and you can give your perspective on it, but unless you're in that person's heart and you can feel their heartbeat like this, you really don't know. So,
Mhm.
and women, we're more, what's the word?
Vulnerable.
Yeah, that too. And some of them just naive and don't.
Yeah.
We
That's a whole
more
other.
like, what is it? We're more nurturing, so we're more accepting to things because we
That's
have
true.
that nurturing instinct. Whether you have children or not, women are more nurturing. So you automatically, you don't want to see, women don't like to see people hurt. Women don't like to see people down. And that goes for all women. It's different aspects.
Even though they
of
don't
it.
show it,
Yeah,
everybody.
but it's like, what can I do to help? How can I make the situation better? You know, this, that, and the third. So, that's the difference between women. But women do the same thing too. Some women do hold back, but not as long as men, you know. And then that's sometimes it makes things rough because sometimes you do get back too early, but the heart wants what the heart wants, and you can't fight what the heart wants, right? Because you know.
That's what? Nah, that's true. She's speaking facts, though.
So,
I agree.
which would bring us to the next topic: is should you keep it private until it's permanent?
That one's iffy because you can sit there and post the person, and then they be like embarrassing you because they could be behind your back talking to somebody else. People see it like, oh, they posting that person, but they over here talking to this one. But then you could wait and
And
post them and still get embarrassed.
So you can not post them at all and think everything's sweet and still getting embarrassed.
Exactly.
So you never really know. As far as that, keeping it private, my aspect of keeping it private is like, you know, pretty much keeping our relationship between us, whatever. Even outside of like social media, like keeping it between us. But when it becomes keeping it private till it's permanent, but even after it becomes permanent, it's still a level of privacy that should still allow it
Yeah,
between it.
because people put everything on social media.
Yeah, because you never really know. And like speaking from experience, like when I was in a relationship past, my partner, they love social media, you know, and that became a problem because every time we went through something, quite naturally, like if you're from a small town and everybody know who you are and everybody
They
know who
wanna
you're
know who you're
dating, they
talking
know
about.
you know what I mean, and that becomes embarrassing to a certain extent because it's like, oh, you feel like now you have to defend yourself, and now you feel like you have to put subtitles to what they saying to not make you seem like the bad person. I just think like
Keep your relationship off social media.
yeah,
Period.
that too. Just being private all the way around. You know, everybody don't have to know like, oh, you know what I mean, you want to post a picture, an accomplishment you guys did, that's fine, but
Not everything.
oh, we went on a date here. Listen, no face, no cases for me, but you can get a finger, you can get a toe, but that's about it because, you know what I mean, people don't,
They don't genuinely be happy for you. It's just like being nosy.
yeah, they just want to see what they look like. They try to figure out what kind of car they're driving. They see if they have money. Like, it's okay. My man, he gonna look broke. He gonna have all the money. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna be like, oh, homie ain't broke until he puts out. Pow, okay? That's how you gotta keep it. If you don't want people's opinions, if you don't want people like preying on your downfall, then the best thing to do is keep it private.
Keep it private.
You know,
Even when it comes to your family, because you can go and tell your family
that's
stuff.
another story.
that-
You gotta keep them
Yeah.
out your relationship. I learned that too. You
Yeah,
definitely
me
have to
too.
keep your family out your relationship, and it's sometimes it's hard, especially if you have a real close relationship with your mom or you have a real close relationship with your dad.
You just want to vent to them.
Yeah, but you can't because and this is so true, because you may forgive them, but they probably won't.
Yeah.
Or you may forgive them, and your family probably will forgive them, but they won't forget. So in the back of their head, they always gonna have this perception of this what happened. So
True.
I mean, especially it should be y'all two.
Your facts.
It should be y'all three, because God should always be the front of the relationship. And if God is the
And your person.
in your person, y'all four. Sorry. So
They like,
God,
what?
you, your spouse, and your person. We'll explain to you guys the person later.
Yeah.
But if God is and if you're religious, this is good. If you're not religious, no offense taken. I'm a very spiritual person, so I'm just speaking
Me
from
too.
how I feel. Like I said,
Her more so than me, but yeah.
yeah, we're working on it. But If God is the head of your life, if God is the forefront of everything that you have set forth in your life, then He should also be the head of your relationship. And Him being the head of the relationship, that's who you guys should go to first and foremost with anything. And sometimes that's where it should stop at. You know, it should stop right there. Once you take it to Him, you leave it there. You know, because typically when you start venting on social media, you start venting to this person, you start venting to that person, somewhere down the line the story gets misconstrued. You get what I'm saying? And then when it comes back, you know, and just
It's nobody else's business.
Right.
First of all,
especially if you know you're going to take that person back at the end of the day,
exactly.
you know. So my thing is keep it private, and private does not limit it.
Doesn't mean
to
hide
be-
the person.
Yeah, and see, that's what people think. They get it confused, like, oh, keep it private. No, you're not really hiding a person. When I say keep it private, it's certain things that shouldn't make it outside of your foundation. It's certain things that shouldn't make it outside of just YouTube. Not
Exactly.
saying private, like the first thing people hear private, they first go to social media. Let's eliminate social media for a second. Let's go back to the old days when there wasn't no social media and it wasn't all of this. You know what I mean? Things were private. Couples argued within inside their home and nobody knew. They probably was in there throwing blows and nobody
even
knew.
knew about
You know
it,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's the level of privacy of what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's like, oh, don't post it on social media or don't tell
nobody
no.
how
See,
to
you gotta
do it,
think a
like-
little further. You gotta stimulate your mind and think
Expand.
beyond. There you go. Think beyond what's the word private and permanent. People start writing private and permanent like, oh, no, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is have enough understanding to accept what the difference between private and permanent is before you start allocating on, you know, this, that, and the third.
They probably
No.
don't know what allocated means.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to expand your mindset and you have to expand your thought process. And once you start doing that, you'll start understanding that a lot of things that we often do say becomes beneficial. It is not so much as to try to tell you what to do and how to do it, but it's to align things up with the thought process. You know, so if you ever see me when I talk, I'm careful about the words I use and the things I say because it's a mindset, but it's also a thought process. So when I'm delivering this message to you, I want you guys to be able to convey it, but also put it in your perspective. You don't have to just keep it in my perspective. And see, that's what happens when you expand. You don't
You could
just
twist it
align
and turn it
There
into
you go.
to meet your criteria.
There, see? Pretty
Simple.
much. There you go.
Broke
And
it
that's
down
it.
for y'all real quick.
So that's why we always tell you guys it's just our opinion, but you got to be stronger in your mind to interpret a lot of things that we do say. A lot of things are funny, and then we have serious topics, and then we have topics, enlightening topics too. You know, where
Real
we want
life
you guys to engage, but do it at a elevated mindset, basically. Okay. So the moral of the story is keep it private, but understand the difference between private and
hide it.
hidden.
Yeah,
There you go.
there's a difference.
Until it's permanent and foremost.
Or until you, not really so much permanent, until y'all both feel as y'all comfortable enough to expose. I don't know.
disagree.
No?
No, I agree with you, but I'm saying I disagree in the aspect is that if we're not working towards becoming permanent, we're wasting time.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then
That's
there
what I
is
mean.
no point of coming to an understanding because then somebody in that group will often get comfortable with the idea of
Yeah,
becoming
that's
something.
true.
And
That's
then
true.
the idea of becoming something lingers on for years and years and years because the first thing they're going to say, well, we were comfortable with the situation.
Working on
So
it, yeah.
we have to communicate up front, what is this that we're working to?
Oh, yeah.
We grown now. We don't got to date for months and months and months to figure out what it is that you want and you don't want. Let's establish what it is. Let's work to it, or let's do.
You know
what
that
I mean?
from day one. I'm sorry.
There you go. Say what
Like,
it is that you want or you don't want. So when I say I disagree, not with what you're saying, but with the aspect of like how we going until it's permanent.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But
Getting
So-
weak.
you have to really define that.
Yeah, in the beginning. Day one.
Other than that,
First week.
pretty much.
Get some understanding.
At this day and age, at this time in our life, pretty much. The first week.
Nobody
you know,
got time to be wasting.
yeah,
Like, we're too grown for that.
oh, we talking. How long we got to talk before we know what we want? 'Cause, I mean,
Yeah, for real.
you get what I'm saying? So, which goes into another topic,
Yeah,
but it's just
you know.
we'll come back to that. But yeah, so define your definition of permanent and hidden. I mean not permanent, but private and hidden.
Private. Yeah.
My opinion, I feel like it should be private. And if you understand the definition of private, then you don't mean, I don't mean to keep the person
Just
hidden
hidden.
underneath the ground.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So that's my opinion. you say private?
Yeah, I say private for the most part. Like, basically, your whole relationship should pretty much be private. I mean, if y'all go on vacation and stuff, y'all want to post that, you know, happy
Yeah.
stuff that's going on. Y'all
But
just
you
bought a
don't
new house.
gotta-
But you don't got to post everything like, oh, we went out tonight, we went out tomorrow, we went shopping today, we bought the kids this. Like, no, you have to know your every move, your every day.
Yeah,
Yeah, like.